はい。はい。
お願いします。
お願いします。はい。Now, はい。サイドサイド。Keep shoulders. Circles one way. Circles the other way. Back. Hey. Side. Crossing one side. Close the other side. Open and close. Hey. Nice, Rocky. Hand tight. Yoko. Denji. Yoko. Ki. Ko. Ki. Ko. Ki. Ko. Now. Behind. One foot. To the foot. Feet. Down. Feet. Forward. Down. So knees. Ankles. One way. And the other way. Sideways. Front. Back. Over toes. Ki. Ko. Ki. Ko. And ki. Ko. Eight. It's very important in all basic exercises to lead with your knee, lead with your knee, lead with your knee. Careful to not lead with your foot. Lead with your knee, your foot remains mostly down. Lead with your knee. Again, there are schools and schools for kicking. Some of them are very, specific about the importance of the knee pointing up. And there are some techniques in kicking that hide the knee, because some people say that by showing the knee, you telegraph the kick, which possibly is true. So some schools of kicking will hide that, the raising of the knee, and the leg will come faster. But as a general rule, as a general exercise, try to keep your knee up and let your leg stay down, your foot stay down. So don't worry. Inside, out, inside, out, inside, out. One side. Other side. Hips up, down, hips up, down, hips up, down. Now from that squat position, try to open up to one side and try to open up to the other side. Opening up to one side, open up to the other side. You have a bit more flexibility. Try to put your hand on your knee, raise your hand, and raise your arm a little bit. Down. So the side, hand on your knee, open, up, and down. Hips up, spine up, head, and circles. Either side. So your legs, that side. So. And lowering one side. Change. Goes up. Change. And in front. Change. One more time, hand in front. Hands down. Knee down. Sit. Change to the side, hand in front. Hands down, knee down, sit. So, opening legs, elbows down. Hey, going forward. And back. Forward again. Back. Forward again. Hips up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Back stretch. Hey, lying down. Up. One knee up. Load your chest. Hey, second knee up. Load your chest. Hey, both knees up. Grabbing toes, raising legs. Deep breaths. Hey, legs down. Crossing one side, opening hip. Crossing the other side, opening hip. Again, opposite side, opening hip first. And reaching towards your knee and grabbing. And change the other side. Opening hip first. And reaching and grabbing. Legs down, feet together, knees together, side to side. Hey, legs extended, hands on your head, raising your head, raising your legs, and shaking from your hips. And relax. Raising head, raising legs, shaking from the hips. And relax. One more time, raising head, raising legs, and hips. And relax. Turning around, raising down, and open your arms, raise your leg, raise your hip, and one side. No, raising leg, raising hip, the other side. Change, raise leg, hip, one side. Change, leg, hip. Couple more, and leg, hip. One more, leg, hip. So hands in front, and snow angels. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands back, thumbs up, 90 degrees from your body, raising your shoulder blades, raising your arms and shoulder blades at the count. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And sitting, switching back. Sitting down in Seiza. So just a quick check of your 3 main elements that help you with your posture. Element number 1, tilting of your hip. Okay. If you are not very familiar with tilting your hip in that way, one good exercise to be familiar with it is basically the cat-cow position. Okay, so the cat-cow position is an exercise where the obvious thing is what's happening on the head and on the shoulders, but really what is creating the movement is the tilting of the pelvic area. So very important, again, to have awareness of your pelvic area, okay, and be able to find, move it like a ball until your pelvic area is not behind your spine and is not hyper, creating too much of a lordosis on your lower back, but in a place where your spine actually sits correctly on your back. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, your shoulders back and your shoulder blades pressing back as if you had a pencil, in the middle of your back and you were trying to press it with your shoulders rolling back and shoulder blades back. And number three, your eye level. If your eyes are looking down, most likely your head is looking down, most likely your body is going forward. Okay, so the eye, respect the eye level in relation to the movement that you're trying to do. The eyes travel super quick. So, the eyes need very little movement to go sideways, up and down, etc. And as soon as they go down, most likely the head goes down. So the spine goes down, but the eyes remain loyal to the level of the head. Okay, so careful that your eyes don't look down too quickly in the process of techniques. That doesn't mean that we don't move our spine. That means that the spine is moving the eyes, not the eyes moving the spine. Okay, so those three things, please just pay attention to your pelvic, to your capacity to move your pelvic area, and just see if you can find that place where your spine is sitting properly on top of it. Number two, roll your shoulder back, press, press on the, that's why we did the exercise that we just did there with the thumbs going up, because that exercise presses back into that spot in the middle of your back. That's why that exercise on the floor that we just did. And number three, be aware of your eye level, in a way that is not looking lower than, 90 degrees from your pelvic, if you imagine that, as opposed to less than that. Okay, so eye level, shoulder blades, pelvic alignment, and hopefully the rest is core muscle engagement. But, core muscle engagement needs time. Core muscle engagement needs time to develop for core muscle strength, but fixing your pelvic area, fixing your shoulder blades, fixing your eye level, those three things are pretty immediate. Those three things can happen now. How strong your core muscles are, it will take time. But, eyes, shoulder blades, pelvic area, those things are pretty immediate in that sense. Okay, so during the week we were practicing, especially in the Atewasa class, we were practicing, for example, different strikes and kicks and things like that. And we were doing, for example, Yaku ski, where we come and hit with the backhand, right? And the problem was that many of us try to strike with our hip back, and then from this position, which my hip is out of place, and try to strike. So what we're trying to do with the use of a belt was to first fix your pelvic area, make sure that it's down, then move forward. So let me just stand up for a second and just practice that. Okay, we not necessarily strike, but just a slide. But standing up, because we did it during the week, so just to remember what we did. So if you stand, just your normal stance, there you go. You, depending on your habits and your structure, so it's a little bit of a nature, what's called nature, nourish nature, or what's nurture nature situation. You may have a nature that you have a particular lordosis in your back or a structure in your hips that creates something in your posture. That's fine. But also the nurturing part is habits that we develop. So you need to kind of be aware of what can you change within that. So whatever stance you have, okay, just say, is my pelvic area really aligned properly in that stance? Okay, change feet. Okay, just stand just fall like normal, and just pay attention. Is my pelvic area really aligned properly into that stance? Okay, the other side. Okay, just kind of just a little bit jump, okay, and now fall into hanging. And from that position, just check, is your pelvic area properly aligned below your head? Now, once again, careful that your weight is forward, your pelvic area is up. So that's how we have sensei kind of something. Not in the middle, okay? Not in the middle. Weight forward, pelvic aligned, hips square. Okay, again, the other side. Walk. Position. Weight forward, pelvis aligned, hips straight. Okay, one time. Walk. Weight forward, pelvic aligned, hips straight. Last one. Weight forward, pelvic aligned, hips straight. Okay. So anyway, so that's one thing that we were paying particular attention during the Atewasa class the other day. So Ushiro Kemi into shin box position. One. Again, there's a set of basic keep opening exercises that we've been doing a lot this week. So let's just try to get them. Shin boxes first. So, okay. Next one, shin box with extension. Up. Again, push your pelvic forward. Okay, another opportunity here to remind to push your pelvic area forward. Okay, pushing pelvic area forward. And pushing pelvic area forward. Change. Area forward. Change. Forward. Good. Next one. Okay. On your halfway in, hands down. You're going to pivot on one side and side kick on that side. Pivot to the other side, align your knee, extend. Remember, leg is parallel to the ground, opposite hand is towards your shoulder. This hand here is ideally not parallel to you, it's a little bit behind, where it kind of provides a little bit more stability. The more you put it in front, the more unstable you are at the back. So a little bit behind. Okay, so both sides first. Ready? One. To the side, two. Side, three. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. We'll do another version in a moment with the tactical get up. For the moment, that's it. So now this time, open your legs, lowering your hips. Okay, deep squat, hands, fists down. We're going to rock gently forward, knees almost touching the ground. Knees almost touching the ground. Knees forward. Knees forward. Knees forward. Knees forward. Now gorilla walk in 4 directions, going forward. So going backwards. So going to one side, going to the other side. And standing up. Okay, so going down, gorilla in 4 directions, forward, backwards, side, side, and up. Down, forward, backwards, side, side, and up. Down, forward, backwards, side, side, up. Down, forward, backwards, side, side, up. More. Down, forward, backwards, side, side, up. And relax. So those 3 exercises, shin boxes, side kicks, especially with the tactical get up that we'll do in a minute, and gorillas in any format. Gorilla stance, it can just be down, moving forward, moving back, moving forward, moving back. It can be your gorilla walk forward, okay? Or it can be just your gorilla sideways. All of those are good general hip openers to practice. Okay, so let's do it again, please. Ushiro Kemi into shin box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, All the way up to your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all right. Now this time we're going to do side kicks, but we're going to do that a bit slower. So we go from the side kick into the tactical get up, down into the side kick, and to the other side. Okay, so we're going to add 2 movements to each direction. Okay, just stay nice and slow with me. Okay, hands in front, pivot to one side, extend, leg back, get up, down, extend, middle, the other side, extend, back, get up, down, extend, middle, change, extend, back, get up, down, extend, middle, extend, back, up, extend, middle, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, and sit. Yeah. All right, so now last one, again, gorillas. Forward, backwards, sideways, sideways. Okay? So here we go. Gorilla forward, gorilla backwards, gorilla sideways, gorilla sideways. And up. Down. Gorilla forward, gorilla backwards, gorilla sideways, gorilla sideways. And up. Down, forward, backwards, sideways, sideways, up. Down, forward, backwards, sideways, sideways, and up. One more. Down, forward, backwards, sideways, sideways, and up. Circles. Ushiro. Very good. All right. So, we did a couple of things during the week. We've been doing a lot of Ushiro Ryo Kata doris, and then from there we've been practicing a little bit what happens when you get stuck in the kata exit and you get strapped on your neck, and the unfortunate situation that presents. But first, let's work just possibly. We don't have a lot of time, so we'll just check on something that was important during the week, which was the different ways of exiting the kata. Okay, so first of all, remember you enter, attack the attack. Sensei always does. You absorb the person. You displace the person forward, and now it comes the exit. Now, what we mostly do, or a lot of people do, is simply step back, for example, right? So just a linear exit, stepping back. So let's just get that footwork first, and then we see the other 2 options that we were playing with during the week. Okay, so attack, absorb the person, slide forward, step forward, displace the person, and now linearly move back. Okay, the other side. Attack, absorb the person, slide forward, step forward, displacing the person, and linearly move back. Okay, so now what that looks like when we practice with partner is something like this. Attack, we absorb, we step forward, and then linearly move back. So that's more or less really the kubidori as you did there, or Ryo Kata dori, which is mostly what we were working during the week. Slide, forward, step, and goes back. Okay? Now, at the moment we're practicing with just stepping back linearly. Okay? Now, that's what it looks like. Let's do a couple more times and then we go to the next option. Okay? So attack. It's super important. That takes the person hopefully into motion, out of balance. Absorb. Slide forward, step forward, and linearly back. Inside. And attack. Absorb. Moving forward, and back. Okay. So that was option one. And it has certain pros and certain cons. Mostly we were talking about the cons in the sense that if you step back, especially if you break your posture while stepping back, your neck, your head is perfectly exposed for your partner to grab the head. You know, here, 1, 2, 3, and I come down and partner grabs my head. Okay, especially if my posture was poor and if my movement was linear, he just changes from here and grabs it. So that was option one, you know, stepping back. So let's just let it forward, please. So step back. Okay, right and forward, step back. Let it forward, step back. Right and forward, step back. All right, so that's what we were doing. Now, instead of stepping linearly back, we're going to move back and out in 90 degrees. So that means, for example, right foot forward, instead of just stepping back, we're going to move out in 90 degrees, okay? So instead of just stepping back, we're going to move out in 90 degrees. So hopefully that's going to create a bit of space between me and my partner. So this time, instead of stepping back, we're going to move out into 90 degrees, okay? So target attack, absorb, place the person forward, out 90 degrees. Okay, in one motion, ideally one motion, not two little motions, ideally one motion, one type of action. Target attack, absorb, forward, out 90 degrees. Okay. Target attack, absorb, place forward, out 90 degrees. Time, back, absorb, step forward, out 90 degrees. Okay, so that basically looks a little bit like that, yeah, Kata, okay? Back, forward, and out 90 degrees. So by doing that, hopefully what I'm intending to do is, especially this hand, if I just go back, this hand has little extension happening. If I go back and out, that hand has bigger extension happening. I mentioned that it was similar to what's happening from the front, Kata Dori, from the front, Kata Dori, okay? When I open my partner here with that extension, okay? If I don't move my shoulder back, okay, and I just move my hips, then she has her arm available. But if I step back, shoulder, hips together, then that arm extends, and that's part of the technique. So the 90 degrees, hopefully is trying to open up more that person and prevent, you know, the capacity to close in there. So a couple more times. Back, absorb, displace, exit 90 degrees. Back, absorb, displace, and exit 90 degrees. All right, so we have two versions now. So we have basic linear, back, and 90 degrees. Okay, but then we did an exercise where we did PGQ Menage, where it was something like enter, absorb, step, forward, 180 degrees, and then boom. It was mostly when we were working on Rio Katas, not on Rio Tecubis. It's the same thing, but most of the way we work on Rio Katas. So in that exercise, what happened was instead of doing 90 degrees, I just basically did 180 degrees. That's like a normal tank. So let's just have those, check those three. Number one, and so you can see, linearly back. Number two, exiting in 90 degrees. Number three, moving in 180 degrees. Okay, the other side. Okay, linearly back. Exiting 90. and exiting 180. Okay, so the 180 was a bit of an exaggeration of exit in order to create the Hiji-Kimenai. Okay, but basically we spoke about those three possibilities with the pros and cons of each possibility. So let's just do the last one, the 180 one. So enter, absorb, displace forward, enter, turn 180. Normally, because you hyper open your elbow, what happened with the partner's arm was that the partner's arm really traveled really far, really open. The partner's arm was here really open, close, and then we just basically enter from this position in Hiji-Kimen. Okay? The other side, enter, absorb, forward, step forward, back, 180. Okay? So now, let's do those three just to kind of have them within our radar of possibilities before we wrap up. Okay? So let's do the whole thing. Enter, absorb, slide forward, step, linearly back. Okay, inside, back, absorb, displace, step, linearly back. The next one, tap, absorb, slide, step, 90 degrees. Side, back, absorb, displace, step, 90 degrees. Okay, and last one, back, absorb, slide, step, 180 degrees. One more, back, absorb, slide, step, okay, and 180 degrees. Okay, so we're those three basic motions. Okay, just let's do that here just by itself, just to finish up. So we do it with Kokyu-ho. Breathing in, breathing out. Forward, breathing in, breathing out. Forward, breathing in, breathing out. Change foot. In, out. In, out. In, out. Hey, all right. And that's a little bit of what we pay a lot of focus on during the week, and then we explore different pros and cons of those three movements from basic Ryo Tekubidoris, Ryo Katadoris, even Ushiro Kubijime, all of those things that have a person behind have possibility for these three combinations and pros and cons of each one. Okay, let's finish up. Great. Great. Hey.
どうもありがとうございました。
Arigato gozaimashita. Thank you very much.